If you've been gardening for years, you already know that the best tools aren't always the most expensive ones. In fact, some of the smartest garden helpers can cost just $1 or $2, if you know where to look. Dollar Tree has quietly become one of the best places to pick up simple products that make gardening easier, more comfortable, and a lot less tiring. Whether you're growing tomatoes, flowers, herbs, or simply keeping your yard looking beautiful, there are plenty of hidden gems that can save both time and money. Today's countdown features 15 Dollar Tree garden products that every senior gardener should consider adding to their gardening routine. Some help reduce bending and lifting, others protect your plants, and a few are so useful you'll wonder how you ever gardened without them. Let's begin with one of the most overlooked bargains in the entire garden aisle. 15. Garden Kneeling Pad. If your knees aren't as forgiving as they used to be, this inexpensive foam kneeling pad can quickly become one of your favorite gardening companions. Whether you're planting seedlings, pulling weeds, or trimming flowers, spending even a few minutes kneeling on hard ground can leave your joints aching for the rest of the day. A lightweight foam pad adds just enough cushioning to make those everyday tasks much more comfortable. Many senior gardeners also find themselves using these pads for projects beyond the garden. They're handy while cleaning low cabinets, washing the car, working around the house, or even sitting on a damp patio bench during cooler mornings. Another advantage is how easy they are to carry. Most Dollar Tree versions have a built-in handle allowing you to move from one flower bed to another without dragging around bulky equipment. Some experienced gardeners even keep two, one for kneeling and another to sit on while tending raised beds or container plants. For only a small investment, it's one of the simplest ways to reduce strain on your body while still enjoying the hobby you love. 14. Plant Velcro Garden Tape. As vegetables grow taller and flowers become heavier, keeping them supported without damaging their stems becomes increasingly important. That's where reusable plant Velcro tape earns its place in every senior gardener's toolkit. Unlike twist ties or thin wire that can cut into delicate stems, this soft hook and loop tape gently holds plants in place while still allowing them room to grow. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, climbing beans, and even young roses all benefit from a little extra support, especially after heavy rain or strong winds. One reason experienced gardeners love this product is how easy it is to use. There's no need for scissors or complicated knots. Simply wrap the tape around the plant and its support stake, press the two sides together, and you're done in seconds. If the plant grows larger, just open the tape and wrap it again a little looser. It's also reusable season after season. Instead of throwing away dozens of plastic ties every year, you can roll the tape back up after harvest and use it again next spring. That saves money and reduces waste at the same time. Many senior gardeners even use it around the house for organizing extension cords, securing garden hoses, bundling bamboo stakes, or keeping hand tools neatly stored in the garage. It's one of those simple products that proves useful far beyond the garden. For just a few dollars, a roll of garden Velcro tape can replace dozens of disposable ties while making your plants healthier, sturdier, and much easier to manage throughout the growing season. 13. Watering Wand. Watering your garden should be relaxing, not something that leaves your back sore and your shoulders tired. That's exactly why a watering wand is one of the most practical Dollar Tree finds for senior gardeners. Instead of bending over every flower bed or stretching awkwardly to reach hanging baskets, a watering wand extends your reach while giving you complete control over where the water goes. The long handle makes it much easier to water containers on the ground, raised beds, or plants tucked behind shrubs without constantly changing positions. Another feature many gardeners appreciate is the gentle shower spray. Young seedlings, delicate herbs, and blooming flowers can easily be damaged by a strong stream of water from a regular hose nozzle. A watering wand delivers a softer flow that moistens the soil without washing away seeds or flattening fragile plants. During hot summer mornings, it also helps you water more efficiently. You can move from one section of the garden to another while standing comfortably, reducing unnecessary bending and kneeling. For gardeners dealing with arthritis, stiff joints, or limited mobility, that extra comfort can make a surprising difference. Many people also find themselves using a watering wand for much more than the garden. It's perfect for rinsing patio plants, washing dusty porch furniture, cleaning bird baths, or even gently spraying off garden tools after a day's work. It may seem like a simple accessory, but once you've used a watering wand, it's hard to imagine going back to watering everything with a standard hose nozzle. It's an affordable upgrade that makes every watering session easier, gentler, and far more enjoyable. 12. Plant drip trays. One of the easiest ways to keep your patio, porch, or deck looking clean while helping your plants thrive is by using simple plant drip trays. They're inexpensive, easy to overlook, and surprisingly useful, especially for gardeners who grow flowers, herbs, or vegetables in containers. Every time you water a potted plant, excess moisture needs somewhere to go. Without a drip tray, that water can stain concrete, damage wooden decks, create slippery spots, or wash valuable potting mix onto the ground. A basic plastic tray catches that runoff and keeps your growing area much tidier. Senior gardeners also appreciate another benefit. The trays help hold a small amount of extra water beneath the pot. On hot summer days, that reserve can be slowly absorbed back into the soil through the drainage holes, giving plants a little extra moisture between waterings. While they shouldn't replace regular watering, they can help reduce how quickly containers dry out during periods of intense heat. They're especially helpful for tomatoes, peppers, herbs, geraniums, and other container plants that tend to need frequent watering. Instead of constantly cleaning up puddles or soil stains, you can simply empty the trays when needed and keep your patio looking neat. Many gardeners even use these trays in creative ways. They make handy bases for seed starting pots, protect indoor windowsills from water damage, organize small gardening supplies, or hold messy tools while repotting plants. It's one of those Dollar Tree products that doesn't look exciting on the shelf, but once you start using it, you'll likely wish every container in your garden had one underneath it. 11. Seed storage containers. Every experienced gardener knows that buying seeds is only half the job. Keeping them fresh until next season is just as important. That's why simple seed storage containers from Dollar Tree are one of those small purchases that can save both money and frustration. After planting season, it's common to have half-used seed packets left over. If they're tossed into a drawer or left in the garage, heat, humidity, and moisture can quickly reduce their germination rate. The following spring, you may discover that many of those seeds never sprout. A small plastic storage container solves that problem. It keeps seed packets neatly organized, protects them from dust and moisture, and makes it easy to find exactly what you need when planting time returns. Instead of digging through piles of envelopes, everything stays in one convenient place. Many senior gardeners like to organize their containers by season or crop type. One section might hold tomatoes and peppers, another herbs, another flowers, and another cool season vegetables. Some even slip a small silica gel packet inside the container to help absorb excess moisture and extend seed life even further. These containers aren't limited to seeds either. They work just as well for storing plant labels, twist ties, spare drip emitters, garden clips, and other small accessories that have a habit of disappearing when you need them most. Gardening becomes much more enjoyable when everything has its place. For just $1 or $2, a simple storage container can help protect your investment, reduce waste, and make every new growing season feel far more organized. 10. Garden Harvest Basket. There's something deeply satisfying about walking through the garden and picking fresh tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, or herbs. But carrying your harvest in one hand while trying to keep the other free for pruning or picking can quickly become awkward. That's why a lightweight garden harvest basket is such a valuable addition for senior gardeners. Unlike plastic grocery bags that trap moisture and bruise delicate produce, a harvest basket is designed to keep fruits and vegetables protected while allowing plenty of airflow. Many Dollar Tree baskets have small openings that let loose dirt fall through, so you're not bringing half the garden back into the house. The sturdy handles also make a noticeable difference. Instead of making several trips or juggling handfuls of vegetables, you can comfortably carry everything in one container. For gardeners with arthritis or reduced grip strength, having a balanced, easy-to-hold basket puts less strain on the hands and wrists. These baskets are just as useful beyond harvest time. They can hold hand tools while you're working from bed to bed, keep seed packets organized during planting, or carry gloves, twine, and pruning shears so everything you need stays within reach. Some gardeners even use them to collect weeds or spent flowers as they move around the yard. It's one of those simple products that helps make gardening feel more organized and less tiring. Once you start using a dedicated harvest basket instead of whatever container happens to be nearby, you'll probably wonder why you didn't make the switch years ago. 9. Garden Tool Cleaning Brush. One habit that separates experienced gardeners from beginners is taking care of their tools. A simple garden tool cleaning brush may not look exciting, but it can help your favorite hand tools last for many years longer. After a day of digging, pruning, or transplanting, it's common for soil, sap, and moisture to cling to trowels, pruners, cultivators, and shears. If that buildup is left in place, it can lead to rust, dull blades, and even spread plant diseases from one part of the garden to another. A stiff bristled cleaning brush makes maintenance quick and easy. Just a few strokes remove packed-on dirt from metal surfaces, wooden handles, and hard-to-reach corners. It takes less than a minute, but that small habit can make a big difference over time. For senior gardeners, keeping tools clean also means keeping them easier to use. Sharp, well-maintained pruners require less hand strength to cut branches, while clean trowels slide through soil more smoothly. Less effort means less strain on your wrists and fingers, something every gardener can appreciate. Many people also use these brushes for more than just garden tools. They're great for cleaning muddy boots, scrubbing flower pots before replanting, removing dirt from seed trays, or brushing off wheelbarrow tires after working in wet conditions. Pair the brush with a quick wipe of a lightly oiled cloth after cleaning, and your tools will stay in much better condition season after season. For such an inexpensive Dollar Tree find, it's one of the easiest ways to protect the tools you rely on every time you step into the garden. 8. Garden twine. It may look like nothing more than a simple roll of string, but garden twine is one of those products that you'll reach for again and again throughout the growing season. In fact, many experienced gardeners wouldn't dream of working in the yard without a roll tucked into their gardening basket. As plants begin to grow, they often need a little guidance. Tomatoes lean, beans climb, cucumbers spread, and flowers can flop over after a summer storm. Garden twine gives you a quick, gentle way to secure plants to stakes, cages, or trellises without weighing them down. Unlike plastic ties that can snap or become brittle in the sun, natural jute or cotton twine is soft on plant stems and easy to cut to the exact length you need. It also blends into the garden, making supports much less noticeable. For senior gardeners, its versatility is what makes it so valuable. You can tie up heavy tomato vines in the morning, mark straight planting rows in the afternoon, bundle harvested herbs for drying, or secure lightweight garden netting before the evening breeze picks up. One inexpensive roll can handle dozens of different jobs. Many gardeners even keep an extra roll indoors because it comes in handy for wrapping gifts, organizing extension cords, bundling newspapers for recycling, or labeling storage bins in the garage. It's one of the least expensive items you'll find at Dollar Tree, yet it solves countless small problems throughout the year. Sometimes, the simplest tools end up being the ones you use the most, and garden twine is a perfect example of that. 7. Decorative plant pots. A healthy plant deserves a beautiful home, and sometimes the easiest way to brighten up a garden is simply by upgrading the pot it's growing in. Decorative plant pots from Dollar Tree offer an affordable way to add color, personality, and charm without spending a fortune. Whether you enjoy growing herbs on the kitchen windowsill, colorful annuals on the porch, or succulents on the patio, an attractive pot can completely change the look of a plant. Even a simple basil or mint plant feels more special when it's displayed in a stylish container instead of a plain nursery pot. For senior gardeners, decorative pots offer more than just visual appeal. Smaller containers are lightweight and easy to move when weather conditions change. If a heat wave, heavy rain, or early frost is in the forecast, you can quickly relocate your favorite plants to a safer spot without struggling to lift heavy ceramic planters. These pots are also perfect for creating small, easy-to-maintain garden displays. Group a few containers with different heights, colors, and textures near your front door or on a patio table, and you'll have an eye-catching arrangement that requires very little space or effort to maintain. Many gardeners even use decorative pots in creative ways beyond planting. They make excellent holders for garden tools, seed packets, gloves, or twine, helping keep everything organized while adding a touch of style to the potting bench. You don't need expensive containers to make your garden feel inviting. Sometimes a few well-chosen decorative pots are all it takes to give your outdoor space a fresh, welcoming look that you'll enjoy every time you step outside. 6. Plant labels. If you've ever planted several varieties of tomatoes, peppers, herbs, or flowers, and later found yourself wondering, now which one was this? You're not alone. That's exactly why plant labels are one of the smartest and most overlooked Dollar Tree garden products every senior gardener should own. At the beginning of the season, every seedling looks almost identical. Without labels, it's surprisingly easy to mix up sweet peppers with hot peppers, basil with oregano, or one tomato variety with another. A simple label saves you from that confusion and helps you keep track of what's growing where. Plant labels are especially helpful when you're experimenting with new varieties. You can write down the plant name, the date it was planted, or even small notes like needs extra sun or favorite variety. By the end of the season, those notes become valuable reminders that make next year's garden even more successful. Many senior gardeners use waterproof markers so the writing stays readable through rain, sprinklers, and bright summer sunshine. It's a small habit that prevents a lot of guesswork later on. These labels are useful beyond the vegetable garden too. They're perfect for identifying perennials, marking newly planted shrubs, labeling seed trays indoors, or keeping track of houseplants if you grow several different species. Good gardening is all about staying organized, and plant labels make that incredibly easy. For just $1 or $2, they can save time, reduce mistakes, and give you a clearer picture of how your garden is growing from the first seedling to the final harvest. 5. Plastic plant caddies. Moving heavy flower pots doesn't get any easier with age, and lifting them can put unnecessary strain on your back, knees, and shoulders. That's why plastic plant caddies are one of the most practical Dollar Tree garden products for senior gardeners. A plant caddy is a simple rolling platform that sits underneath a flower pot or container. Once the pot is in place, you can glide it across your patio, porch, or greenhouse with very little effort. Instead of lifting a heavy container, you simply give it a gentle push. This becomes especially useful during changing weather. If a sudden thunderstorm, heat wave, or early frost is on the way, you can quickly move your favorite plants to a protected spot without risking injury. It's also much easier to rotate containers every week so each side of the plant receives equal sunlight, helping it grow straighter and more evenly. Another benefit is cleaning. Pots that stay in one place for months often leave dirt rings, algae, or water stains underneath. With a rolling caddy, you can easily slide the pot aside, sweep away debris, and keep your patio looking neat without struggling to lift anything. Many gardeners also use plant caddies indoors for larger houseplants. When it's time to vacuum, mop, or rearrange a room, those once heavy pots become surprisingly easy to move. For senior gardeners, the goal is to keep enjoying the hobby without putting unnecessary stress on the body. A simple plastic plant caddy does exactly that. It's an inexpensive upgrade that protects both your plants and your joints, making container gardening safer, easier, and much more enjoyable. 4. Leaf scoops. Cleaning up leaves, grass clippings, or garden debris can be one of the most tiring parts of gardening, especially when it means bending over again and again. That's why leaf scoops are such a clever Dollar Tree find for senior gardeners. These oversized hand scoops fit over your gloves and instantly give you much larger hands for picking up piles of leaves, mulch, pine needles, or freshly cut grass. Instead of gathering small handfuls over and over, you can collect several times as much with each scoop. The biggest advantage is reducing the amount of bending and repetitive motion. Rather than chasing loose debris around the yard or struggling to fill a yard waste bag a little at a time, leaf scoops let you gather everything quickly and efficiently. That means less strain on your back and more energy for the parts of gardening you actually enjoy. They're also surprisingly versatile. Use them to spread mulch around flower beds, move compost into raised beds, collect fallen fruit, or transfer leaves into a compost bin without getting your gloves covered in wet debris. During autumn, they become one of the most frequently used tools in the entire shed. Many gardeners even keep a second pair for helping grandchildren with yard work. They're lightweight, easy to use, and make cleanup feel almost effortless. Leaf scoops may seem like a simple piece of plastic, but once you've experienced how much faster they make garden cleanup, you'll understand why so many seasoned gardeners never want to be without them. For just a few dollars, they can save your back, reduce your workload, and make every cleanup session far less exhausting. 3. Seed starting trays. One of the greatest joys of gardening is watching a tiny seed grow into a healthy, productive plant. Seed starting trays make that process easier, more organized, and far more successful, especially for senior gardeners who enjoy planning ahead for the growing season. Instead of sowing seeds directly into the garden and hoping for the best, these trays allow you to start plants indoors or in a protected area where you can control moisture, temperature, and sunlight. That extra care often leads to stronger seedlings and a better harvest once they're transplanted outside. For senior gardeners, seed starting trays offer another important advantage: convenience. Rather than kneeling in the garden during chilly early spring weather, you can comfortably start your seeds on a potting bench, kitchen table, or sunny windowsill. By the time outdoor conditions are ideal, your young plants already have a healthy head start. The individual cells also make transplanting much easier. Each seedling develops its own root system, reducing root disturbance when it's time to move the plant into the garden. Healthier roots usually mean less transplant shock and faster growth. These trays aren't just for vegetables either. They're perfect for flowers, herbs, native plants, and even experimenting with cuttings from your favorite houseplants. Many experienced gardeners wash and reuse them year after year, making them one of the most economical gardening supplies you can own. A simple seed starting tray may not seem exciting at first glance, but it's one of the easiest ways to grow healthier plants, extend your gardening season, and enjoy the satisfaction of raising your garden from seed to harvest. 2. Solar garden lights. A beautiful garden shouldn't disappear when the sun goes down. Solar garden lights are one of the easiest and most affordable ways to add both beauty and safety to your outdoor space, making them a favorite among senior gardeners. Because they're powered by the sun, there's no wiring, no extension cords, and no increase in your electric bill. Simply place them where they'll receive several hours of sunlight during the day, and they'll automatically illuminate your garden as evening arrives. For many older gardeners, the biggest benefit isn't just how attractive they look, it's the added visibility. A softly lit walkway, garden path, or patio edge can help reduce the risk of trips and falls when you're outside after sunset. Even a few strategically placed lights can make moving around the yard feel much safer. Of course, they also create a warm, welcoming atmosphere. Imagine enjoying a quiet summer evening while gentle lights highlight your flower beds, container plants, or favorite garden ornaments. It's a simple touch that makes your outdoor space feel more inviting without requiring any extra maintenance. Many gardeners use solar lights creatively by placing them around bird baths, along raised beds, beside stepping stones, or near the front porch to add charm and definition to the landscape. Since they're easy to move, you can change the layout whenever you refresh your garden design. For such a small investment, solar garden lights provide lasting value. They brighten your yard, improve nighttime safety, and allow you to enjoy the beauty of your garden long after the day's work is done. 1. Garden Tool Organizer. The best gardening tool isn't always something that digs, cuts, or waters. Sometimes it's the product that helps you find every other tool exactly when you need it. That's why a simple garden tool organizer earns the #1 spot on this list. Every gardener has experienced the frustration of misplacing pruning shears, gloves, hand trowels, or seed packets. You know they're somewhere nearby, but precious time is wasted searching through shelves, buckets, or drawers instead of enjoying the garden. A basic organizer solves that problem by giving every tool its own dedicated place. For senior gardeners, staying organized isn't just about convenience. It's about reducing unnecessary bending, lifting, and walking back and forth across the yard. When everything you need is stored together, gardening becomes smoother, less tiring, and far more enjoyable. Many Dollar Tree organizers feature multiple pockets or compartments, making them perfect for carrying hand tools, gloves, twine, plant labels, fertilizer scoops, and even a water bottle. Instead of making repeated trips to the garage, you can bring everything with you in one lightweight organizer and move easily from one garden bed to the next. They're also incredibly versatile. During the off-season, the same organizer can store seed packets, plant markers, watering accessories, or small hardware in the shed. Everything stays protected, easy to find, and ready for the next growing season. At the end of the day, gardening should be about enjoying fresh air, beautiful flowers, and the satisfaction of growing something with your own hands, not searching for misplaced tools. A simple organizer helps make every gardening session more efficient, more comfortable, and much less stressful. Gardening doesn't have to be expensive to be enjoyable. As you've seen, some of the most practical products for senior gardeners are also some of the most affordable. From protecting your knees and supporting healthy plants to making watering, harvesting, and organizing easier, these Dollar Tree finds prove that a few inexpensive purchases can make a big difference throughout the growing season. If you spotted a product you already use or discovered one you'd like to try, let us know in the comments. Your tips and experiences could help fellow gardeners make their own gardens even better. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next collection of smart Dollar Tree garden finds, seasonal gardening tips, and budget-friendly ideas for creating a healthier, more beautiful outdoor space. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy gardening!